Have you ever heard of a place that doesn't exist on any map? A market that appears only when the moon sits like a silver calabash at the very top of the sky and vanishes before the first rooster stretches its neck to crow? Our elders whisper about such a place. They warn us about it the way one warns a child not to touch a burning fire. They call it the Midnight Market. This is the story of a girl named Ada and the price she paid to save a heart she loved more than her own. Listen closely. This tale is not meant for your ears alone. It is for your spirit. The love that began everything. Ada loved her grandmother, Mama Nne, the way a thirsty traveler loves water. It was Mama Nne who raised her like a tender seedling. Mama Nne who taught her the names of the stars, what each one meant, and the stories of their ancestors whose souls danced in those bright lights. But now Mama Nne was fading, slowly, painfully, like an old wrapper left too long in the sun. Her memories slipped away one by one, like beads rolling off a broken string. The doctors shrugged and called it old age, but Ada knew better. She saw the hollowness in Mama Nne's eyes. She felt the emptiness settling inside her spirit. If memories are the roots that hold a soul to the earth, Mama Nne's roots were loosening. And that was when Ada remembered the old whispers, the ones adults speak only in hushed tones, the ones children hear when they pretend to sleep. A market, a strange market. A market for the desperate. The 3 rules. One evening, Ada sat beside an old woodcarver who shaped masks with wrinkled, trembling hands. When she asked him about the midnight market, he narrowed his eyes and spoke the ancient rules. Rule 1. The market appears only at the exact stroke of midnight, in a place that was empty a heartbeat before. Rule 2. There, you can find anything your spirit has ever desired, things lost, things forgotten, things that never belonged to this world. Rule 3. Never offer money. The vendors do not want coins or notes. They trade in things far deeper, a joyful dream, a tear of true happiness, a year of your life, or something even more precious. The woodcarver touched Ada's hand. Child, markets of the spirit take more than they give. But Ada's mind was already made. Love can make even the most cautious heart fearless. The crossroads. That night, Ada walked to the lonely crossroads at the edge of the village. A barren patch of earth, always dry, always silent. Even the wind avoided it. She stood still. The world held its breath. Then, gong! The church bell began to toll. Midnight. At the first chime, a soft mist crawled across the ground. At the second, faint lights blinked like distant fireflies. By the 12th chime, the crossroads had disappeared. In its place was a bustling wonderland that no human tongue could fully describe. The Midnight Market. The midnight market hummed with whispers, whispers that came from no mouth yet echoed from everywhere. Lanterns hung from invisible strings. Stalls floated above the ground. Shadows moved even when nothing cast them. Vendors with faces hidden behind veils and masks sold things that should not exist. A woman offered jars of lost time, each one swirling with golden dust, moments long gone. A man sold echoes of laughter from childhoods that had grown old. A cage held shadows of famous people, dancing silently like stolen ghosts. Another stall offered scents, the scent of first rain, the perfume of a forgotten memory, the aroma of a love that never happened. It was terrifying. It was beautiful. It was everything and nothing at once. Ada wandered through it all, searching with the determination of a lioness protecting her cub. She needed a memory, the memory that held Mama Nne's soul together. Her grandmother's favorite memory, the one memory strong enough to anchor her spirit. She walked until the market grew quiet, until she reached a lonely stall at the very edge, where even the whispers thinned. The ancient Vendon. There sat an old woman, older than any story, older than time itself. Her eyes were deep and endless, like galaxies swirling inside them. "You seek something, child," she said. Her voice rustled like dry leaves. "I see its weight clinging to your heart." "My grandmother is forgetting herself," Ada whispered. "I need the memory that will anchor her, her most beloved memory." The old woman nodded slowly. "The scent of a beloved memory. Rare, powerful, not bought, only exchanged. What will you offer?" Ada offered her tear of sorrow. The vendor refused. She offered her happiest dream. The vendor shook her head. "The memory you seek is the root of an elder's soul. For such a root, you must give a root of your own." She leaned forward. "What is your name, child?" "Ada." "Ada," the old woman repeated, the name echoing like a forgotten spell. "A first daughter, a name wrapped in love. I will give you the memory you seek, for the memory of your name." Ada froze. Not her name itself, but what it felt like when Mama Nne called it. The warmth, the pride, the love braided into every syllable. A piece of their bond. Her throat tightened. But love, true love, knows sacrifice. "Take it," Ada whispered. "Take the memory." The vendor touched her forehead and pulled out a glowing thread, silver, fragile, shimmering. Ada felt something warm leave her, something irreplaceable. The vendor sealed it in a jar and handed Ada a crystal bottle filled with soft, glowing mist. The return. In the blink of an eye, the midnight market vanished. Ada stood again at the dusty crossroads, trembling but determined. She ran home. Mama Nne lay awake, eyes clouded like fogged glass. Slowly, Ada opened the bottle. Whoosh! The scent swirled through the room like living wind. It smelled of the first rain touching dry red earth, the Iroko tree standing proud in the compound, ground nuts roasting over fire, childhood, home, life. Mama Nne gasped, and her eyes cleared as if someone had wiped her spirit clean. "My child, I remember." Her voice was steady, warm, alive. She told Ada of dancing in the first rain as a young girl, the memory that made her feel truly alive, the memory that had defined her. Mama Nne smiled and held Ada's hand, but then confusion flickered across her face. "You have been so kind to me," she said softly. "But what is your name, dear child?" Ada opened her mouth. The word Ada formed but felt empty, like a name heard in a dream. A single tear slid down her cheek, a tear for what she had lost. "It doesn't matter, Mama Nne," she whispered. "I am just your child who loves you." Mama Nne drifted into a peaceful sleep, wrapped in her restored memory. And though she lived her remaining days with joy and completeness, Ada carried a silent ache inside her, an unspoken sacrifice hidden beneath her heartbeat. Now, my dear listener, let me ask you, If life pressed you to the edge, what would you give up? What price would your heart be willing to pay? Would you surrender the memory of your first love to gain a gift you always wished for? Would you give away a whole year of your life to speak once more with someone whose absence still breaks you? Remember this: the midnight market does not chase anyone. It waits, silent, patient, watching for the hopeless and the brave. Its vendors greet you with gentle smiles, but their bargains are carved from shadow, and their prices? Never small, never simple. Above all else, hold one warning close. Guard what you offer, for anything you trade at the midnight market may be gone from you forever. The moral of the story: the most precious things we own are not things we can hold. They are our memories, our emotions, and the bonds that shape who we are. In moments of fear or desperation, we may be tempted to trade away parts of ourselves to fix our problems. But every sacrifice has a cost, and sometimes the price is far greater than what we gain. Our memories, our relationships, our sense of self, these are treasures no market should ever take from us. True value lies not in what we can acquire, but in what already lives within our hearts. This is where the story ends, but the lesson never ends. If you love cautionary folk tales with timeless lessons, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.